Good evening, everybody. We are playing through Masks of Nyarlathotep. We're on our 8th episode now in New York. Unfortunately, we're going to be playing tonight without Bry as Birdie. But, Joey, would you mind taking a moment to say hi and introduce your character?
Hi, I am playing Connor Leon, and if it's got an engine, I can run it.
And Travis?
I'm playing Victor Oswald. I might be a serial killer. I don't know yet.
And Terry.
I'm playing James, the nerd, medic, and the person who's trying to figure out what happened to his parents.
Very important. Last week, we moved to the New York chapter. You were all summoned to New York via telegram by your friend Jonathan Hammer, who you met in Peru 4 years earlier. He has some information about the expedition on which James's parents were lost. And he's asked all of you to help him to investigate. Unfortunately, when you arrived at his hotel room for your scheduled meeting, you happened upon the aftermath of his murder. Moments before you entered the room, he expired. You made your way into the room just in time to see three men. One of them, I'm going to move us to the room now. Three men, all wearing shabby suits with this strange red bandana tied around their heads with a tail hanging down the front. Three men, one of them white, has just leaped onto the fire escape and is beginning to make his way down. The other two are black men. One of them looks like he is ready to join his friend on the fire escape, and the last is finishing up doing something to Mr. Hammer's body. I'm not going to get too gruesome here, but Hammer is, at a glance, very clearly dead. We didn't go over the weather last time. It is 8 p.m. on January 15th in New York City. 3 days earlier, there was a massive snowstorm. Some parts of the city, the sidewalks are still impassable. There is snow piled up everywhere, and through this open window, there are some gusts of snow, and there is a chill wind hitting you as you enter the door into the bedroom and see this scene before you. I'm assuming that everybody has winter coats with them, and that's probably how you managed to sneak your weapons up into the room.
Yeah.
I was a little taken back that everyone else had guns on them. I was like, okay, so I guess I'm not the only one who's paranoid.
I'm a bootlegger, Fluffy.
Let's see.
I have a gun.
This is stuff that is dealing with, the original game from the last chapter. Oh, of course I'm going to have my gun on me.
Yeah,
For some odd reason, it always finds us.
You see a snake and you just unload.
Oh, 6 shots!
And then throw the gun at him, just to be sure.
Now you had told me, both Victor and Connor, that you had your guns prepared before you opened the door, which means that you're going to get that bonus to your initiative, as long as the first thing you do is shoot. James, you do have your gun ready as well, but you can't actually see what's happening in the room from where you're standing.
Yeah, alright.
Hush. And that means that, as things stand, Victor, you are looking into the room with your street sweeper, and you're the first one who's going to be able to act.
I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot guy left.
The one who is finishing up with Mr. Hammer?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you doing 2 shots?
I'm gonna be doing 2 shots. Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to change it to multi-shot. And you should be good to roll.
I don't think I've ever used this. No. I don't think we used this function before. So,
You're at point blank range.
yeah. Do I target all of the ones that I'm aiming at?
You actually just target... I don't think you do have a cone of fire. I think you just shoot one of them.
Sawed-offs can shoot twice in a round.
Right.
Yeah, can
so
you change targets? Is
you're
what he's
making...
asking.
Yeah, you can change targets, but you're making separate shots for each of them.
Okay. Do I just click shoot?
Just go ahead and click shoot.
Okay.
That was
Hard
a
success.
Yep.
Blah, blah.
Roll your damage.
15.
Dude.
Alright, you have...
Dead.
You have killed one of these men dead. He was just letting go of Mr. Hammer's hair and stepping back from the bed, and your blast takes him full in the chest, and he collapses against the wall.
Target number 2.
Okay, I'm going to give you the multi-shot again. And you are once more ready.
It says out of ammo, but I shouldn't be.
No, you shouldn't be. Go ahead and give yourself...
14.
Okay. Yeah. So he is heading over towards the window. He gets hit in the back with the blast of your shotgun, and he collapses against it.
I'm out.
And yeah, that is going to be the end of your turn. Connor.
Connor is going to go straight for the window and start. And I'm actually going to do an aimed shot. Because Fluffy did say something that I do agree with. You can't run away if you don't have a kneecap.
It is definitely harder.
So I'm doing a called shot to one of his knees.
Alright, we can give a try for that.
Yeah.
You have to shoot from the doorway, though.
Yes, which would be much more difficult. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
aware. I just click the combat. Wow, I'm really bad at combat still. There we go. Mark me for aiming. And
Well, hold on.
this is at point blank range too.
Aiming
and I'm
would
at
be-
disadvantage.
Aiming would be if you took time to aim instead of...
Oh, okay, okay. So just mark me as a disadvantage,
Yeah.
or
Yep, I'm giving you disadvantage on it.
all right, point blank range.
And I'm giving him cover because he's outside of the window.
And
You are ready to roll.
that is something I'm spinning luck on.
Okay.
26 luck.
Alright, roll your damage. Yeah, you blast him in the kneecap. You see outside the window, he collapses against the railing. The fire escape is icy and covered in snow, and you see when he collapses against it, it rattles. Rattles.
He has the papers, right?
All 3 of them had papers.
That's why we're efficiently taking them out.
James, you are going to be able to move. If you want to try to push your way between your 2 friends, you still have time to act before before this man can start trying to get away.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Pedals. Hush.
So do I just go towards the window?
Yeah, what do you want to accomplish?
I ain't getting close to him, so I'll probably try and take a shot. Like, I'll probably hop outside the window and just try and get a better shot at him.
Okay, he was just outside the window. He's collapsed against the railing, so you can see him from inside. If you want to run over to the window, you'll be at point blank range, and if you're next to it, you're not going to have to take a penalty die for cover.
Cool, that's what I'm gonna do then.
All right. Pedals.
Think I'm targeting him now?
Looks like it.
Bam, there we go.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
I don't think there's anything else I need to do.
You are ready to roll.
Alright.
Yeah, you are successful as well. Yeah, you are going to shoot him in the arm. He is now like there is blood running down, mixing with the ice and the snow, making this an even more perilous prospect. I'm going to suggest that Birdie, despite the fact that it's clearly hopeless, is going to run over and check on Mr. Hammer. And our cultist friend is going
Oh, he's our friend now?
if you like.
We'll see about that.
He is going to make an attempt to climb down the fire escape, and I'm going to make it hard and give him a penalty die because of all of his injuries.
Yeah, shot to the arm and shot to the kneecap.
Yeah, so that didn't work. He's going to slip and fall to the ground below.
Yeah, that's super dead.
Rolled right off.
Yeah, he decided the only hope was to jump over the side and try to make it down the quick way, and that did not work out for him. So he hits the ground. He hits. There's an alleyway below you. He hits the ground. You hear that the snow breaks a little bit of his fall, but it's not enough to save his life.
How does the paper? I'm gonna say probably bloody. But how does the papers that he had look? If I at all, I could see it.
Might have to head down there to find out. You're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to make some decisions here because you are. This is a pulp game, but you are in a New York hotel, a fancy hotel, and you've just been firing off shotguns and pistols.
Yeah, we're gonna probably want to move quick.
Which is why Connor immediately gets to action and starts gathering up all of the papers that can be salvaged.
All right, so your plan is to not interact with the police whatsoever, huh?
No, not at all. Like, Connor has -2 trust with the cops, and he is
We're
off
just
like a
booking it?
gunshot. No, Connor is grabbing papers and looting the place before we get the hell out. And I'm just gonna let you know this now. We're not using the front door back out.
No. Well, I'm taking everything in that desk is already been emptied out and has been grabbed.
Well, it's difficult to say without checking yourself, but these men seem to believe that their job was done and they were making an egress.
Did they have anything on them?
Yes, each of them
I just want
was
to quickly
carrying
check. Well,
documents.
Well, they're grabbing documents. I want to see if there's anything else that was still in there.
Okay. Yeah, you can find a copy of a book. A book called A History of the Warfare of Science with Theology and Christendom. And there is a piece of paper, a flyer stuck in it as a sort of, apparently a bookmark.
Don't know if I really take Hammer to be kind of person to normally read this type of stuff, so I'm just gonna take the book with me.
Okay. You grab the book. Somebody, Connor, were you grabbing the folder from the first man who was shot?
Repeat that. Sorry.
I assume, Connor, you said you were grabbing papers from these men, so you're going to grab the folder. The first man that was shot was actually holding a folder. It was like tucked into his belt. The second man had just a few pieces of paper. You can go through his pockets real quick. You find a photo, a business card, and a crumpled up letter. And then the third man most likely had some papers as well, but he is down in the alleyway.
Yeah.
Victor?
I'm going to see if there's anything on Hammer specifically.
Okay. Yeah, when you go over, Birdie went over to see if there was anything she could do to help him, but it is very clear that he is gone. Parts of his body have been removed. But the two of you are going to see cut into his forehead a symbol that to you is extremely familiar.
Is it what organs were removed? Am I able to tell that?
Most of his interior organs.
Oh, okay. It wasn't like sacrificial stuff.
Yeah,
Very likely could be. It looks like. So these men are holding both long knives with curved tips that are almost like machetes. And then they've got these weird knives that look like sort of like boomerangs. I can show you a picture, in fact.
So the guy down there is dead, right?
Yeah.
He just
Yeah,
fell
you
to
look
his
out
death.
the
He
window.
fell right into the snow.
Okay.
You feel quite confident that people have called the police already.
Like,
I think after we grab probably the papers, it's time to start moving.
I'm gonna go down the fire exit.
oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, no, I'm pretty sure we're all going down that way. Whoever gets down there first, maybe check the body down there just for a quick second. Try and grab whatever we can.
We checked all the. Hold on. There's a few things I want to just quickly check. Under the bed, just in case, because you know.
Always look under the bed and in the drawers.
Yes.
Okay. No
Everything.
boogeymen under the bed.
No boogeyman. No golden masks.
No
I see,
golden
I see.
masks.
And James already checked the drawers, right?
Well, the drawers are on the floor.
There's just paper scattered about.
There are still some papers scattered about.
Found a book. I can't remember. What was the book again?
Something about science versus religion.
Yeah, it's the a history of the warfare of science with theology in Christendom.
What's this in the corner?
That's a suitcase.
I'm gonna grab the suitcase.
Okay. Yeah, you just grab it up off the floor then.
I'll do a little like hand gesture, like, you know, rest in peace.
All right. Who's jumping on the fire escape first?
Me.
All right.
I'll be right behind Connor.
Same as when the dead man jumped on there. The moment you jump on it, you feel it shudder under your wake and shake against the building. And your feet slip a little bit because of the ice on the iron. James, when you join him, you feel it creak, and it slides away from the building a little bit before it slides back into place and shudders.
I'm gonna stay by the window just to kind of like
Hold it steady.
hold it steady.
Yeah, you feel quite confident that if more people join you on here, it is going to go down. So, Connor, you're going to try to make your way to the ground quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need a climb roll.
Alright, climb. I actually put points into this for some reason.
It's an important skill.
Come on, roll.
All right, no problem.
Hey.
You just put your hands on the handrails and slide down each set of stairs till you get down to the ground, and you can begin searching the dead cultist while the next person to come down makes his move.
That's exactly what I was gonna do.
I'll probably gesture to one of the other two to or come out like one at a time and start moving down while I'm just holding this in place.
Okay. You can go ahead and make a climb check too.
Oh, I thought I was saying one of the other ones, like Birdie or...
Oh, you're going to keep holding it while one of them goes down.
Yeah, I'm going to keep holding it while one of them goes down there. I'm guessing probably Birdie while Victor is grabbing the suitcase at the moment.
Works for me.
Hey,
That
Birdie!
is lucky.
Now watch as all the luck's drained.
She's a little more careful about it than you were, Connor. But she holds on close. She thanks James for steadying it for her as she makes her way down.
Alright.
She is a lady after all.
Tell Victor to hurry up, let's go.
Let's go! I knew that was gonna happen.
That's what happens when you have a suitcase with you.
Yeah, the suitcase made it more difficult.
Yeah, the suitcase is not helping you here. So, what's going on here is if you fall, you're going to take damage, but that's not that big a threat at the moment. Bigger threat is making noise. So that when the cops arrive, people are looking for you in the alleyway immediately.
Oh yeah, but their response time is like 12 minutes.
Right?
Well, this is more like if somebody happens to be walking the beat near you.
Oh, okay, that's fair. We could deal with that later. I mean, like, I'm not spending 26 luck, 23 luck.
Yeah. What kind of weirdo would spend over 20 luck to succeed at a check?
Okay, then I'm going to give you a choice. You can hold on to the suitcase and protect it as you slip and fall down this thing and take 2d6 damage, or you can drop the suitcase and only take 1d6 as you manage to steady yourself.
I'll take 2d6.
Okay.
Listen, there's probably nothing in here, but like, just on the off chance that there is something, I'll do it. So you just want me to roll 2d6?
Just roll 2d6 and damage yourself.
Not bad.
No, you can survive that. And James?
Alright. Time to start climbing down.
Yeah.
Just don't land on top of me.
That's correct, Connor.
Okay, making sure.
Oh man, what is that? One luck? No, 11? No, yeah, 1 luck. No.
Yes.
1 luck.
Ew.
That's worth it. Okay, so the 4 of you are down in the alleyway. Connor, real quick, you roll this man.
Mm-hmm.
And in his pockets you find another crumbled up letter, another business card, and a used matchbook. We can get into the details of what all you found later, but
Yep.
now
I take everything that looks like paper on him. I might have accidentally took his wallet. Who knows?
accidentally. Yeah, if
Really
you want
accident.
to, you can have grabbed his wallet.
All right.
Okay.
Take what you kill.
Now Birdie's saying, all right, I understand if we want to avoid the police right now, but we're going to have to figure out where to go real quick.
Car, we'll take that and Car's like panicked breathing, like getting, like, is still adrenaline pumping. Yeah, Connor's just saying, let's get to the car and I will lose the cops.
All right. Well, you all made it down the fire escape, and you spent your luck or you spent your health to do it without the whole thing crashing down. So it's only fair that you do manage to get away as you planned now.
Alright.
So, so you have left 4 dead bodies behind.
Yep.
What are you planning to do now?
Get a hotel and we go over what we found.
Yeah, start looking through everything that we got.
Okay.
They can look at the paper. I'm gonna take a look at this book and see what what's all in it.
I'll go
At
check.
least, especially that part where the bookmark is at.
Let's see. Petals, I need you to hush. I need you to hush. She doesn't hush. Just pulling in a hotel scene for you. I'm going to assume that all of you had found accommodations already because you've probably been here a day or two.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we will put you in the Chelsea Hotel. And I will dump all of you. There you go. After driving around, let's say for about half an hour, to make sure that you're not under pursuit, you regroup in somebody's bedroom at the hotel. And here is where an absolute ton of stuff is just going to get dumped on you. All sorts of evidence and things for you to read.
Yummy. I love reading.
I'm gonna start off with looking at that bookmark spot on or in the book.
Okay. So you open it up, and the first thing you find, the piece of paper is this. It is a flyer advertising a talk called The Cult of Darkness in Polynesia and the Southwest Pacific. A 2-hour lecture with slides delivered by Professor Anthony Coles, PhD, of the University of Sydney, Australia, and presently Locksley Fellow of Polynesian Esoterica at Miskatonic University in Arkham. Schuyler Hall, New York University, 8 p.m. tonight only.
What time is it right now?
It's going to be close to 9 p.m. now.
Yeah. And since it was used as a bookmark, he's probably already been.
You've probably already been there.
Yeah, if it was a...
If not been there, something happened.
Yeah. Victor, you want me to, crack open that, suitcase for you?
Is it locked?
I'm assuming it's locked because most of them have a lock by now.
Yeah, it has.
Is it locked?
It has
All
a lock
right.
on it, but it's not. It's not going to be a difficult one to pop open.
I'll let you pop it open.
Alrighty. Is this spend time or roll check?
Neither.
Okay.
You're not under any pressure here, and it's not that hard to break open a suitcase lock.
Alrighty.
Let's see.
Connor just pops it open with his pocket knife.
Yeah, so this is going to have clothing in it, and some. It's going to have a few decks of cards. It has a flask. Unfortunately, you know the man. And a blurry photo down at the down packed among some of the clothing. So it's a blurry photo of some Chinese ships, and in the midst of them, an ocean, some sort of yacht or large ship. And I'm not entirely sure if you can tell from the picture yourself, but just on the prow you can see the letters DAR.
Alright.
Oh, I can see that actually. Yeah, it looked like bar for me. I was like DAR. I definitely take the flask. You know, honor the dead.
That's fair.
No, you pour one out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you pick it up, there's it's engraved. It actually has an ace, ace of spades, engraved in the side. Looking through the other things that you picked up, there was the matchbook. Which is from the Stumbling Tiger Bar, 10 Lantern Street. It says Shanghai Fun and Friends. You found, this is a business card for the Penhew Foundation in London. And you also found crumpled up a letter. Letter saying, Dear Mr. Carlyle, your lawyer informed me that you seek certain knowledge of this land and its distant past. I believe I can aid you in this regard. Inquiries in the old quarter have identified one Faraz Najar in the Street of Jackals, who claims to be in possession of singular curios which he believed would be of great interest to you. He's prepared to part with these items if a suitable price can be agreed upon, and I shall endeavor to make sure that matters are arranged to your satisfaction. From M. Warren Bezart in Cairo, Egypt.
So, England, China, and Egypt. And pictures of different bow in China. The man's traveled around a lot.
He did get around before we met him.
Yeah.
Victor,
Yes.
what you grabbed, you had another business card. This one for Emerson Imports here in New York. There is no name written on the front of the card, but on the back, in Mr. Hammer's handwriting, it says Silas McQueen.
Is anyone from London or New York?
Okay.
I think we're all from. I don't remember where we're all from. We're just not in New York. Just traveled here.
I don't know where Bryce said that me and her were from.
Well, definitely the South.
Yeah, absolutely the South. I'm not sure if it was Kentucky or something. It feels like Kentucky.
There's also a letter from Harvard University. Dear Mr. Hammer, the book about which you inquired is no longer in our collection. The information you seek may be found here in other volumes. If you will contact me upon arrival, I will be most happy to assist you. As always, Miriam Atwright at the Harvard University Library.
Okay, so we have a library. The curios were in a different country, right?
That is a letter from Egypt.
Ah. Okay. So, let's start local.
The final thing. James, you are going to be familiar when Connor starts pulling. He pulls out that folder that has the most documents in it. And you are actually going to be familiar with these articles. They're starting in 1919. First is a gossip column about Roger Carlyle, the playboy, who is leaving New York on an expedition to Egypt. A more serious article listing, noting that Roger Carlyle is departing for Southampton in Britain. It says that they will be doing some research in London under the auspices of the Penhew Foundation before continuing to Egypt. You will recall that one of the business cards you found is for the Penhew Foundation. It notes that renowned Egyptologist Sir Aubrey Penhew is the assistant leader of the team. There's several more members of the team. Your parents, unfortunately, were never important enough to be listed in the articles with all these rich people.
Alright.
Another article tracking the Carlyle expedition leaving London and heading to Egypt. I'm sorry, no, this is them departing from Egypt. So Aubrey Penhew indicated that they are taking ship to East Africa for a well-earned rest. He debunked rumors that they had discovered clues to the legendary wealth of the lost mines of King Solomon, and maintained that the party was going on safari in respite from our sandy labors. Mr. Carlyle was unavailable for comment because he had recently suffered a sunstroke. An article from Reuters in Mombasa stating that the expedition had arrived there. The expedition had dinner with Mr. Royston Whittington, the Undersecretary, and then departed for Nairobi to go hunting. Next article, also from Mombasa, is after the expedition was feared lost. This is in October. They had been missing for 2 months with no further word. You may have spoken to Erica Carlyle, the sister of Roger, who had been leading the expedition. You may have met with her in the past regarding your parents missing with the rest of the expedition.
Yeah.
She went to Africa to try to find her brother. But unfortunately, while she was there, the remains of the expedition were found massacred. Authorities blamed the Nandi tribesmen for the shocking murders. She credited the Kikuyu tribesmen for the discovery, although police actually had found the site. And all of the members of the expedition were reported as having been murdered. The final article in here is that that 5 Nandi tribesmen had been found guilty and hanged for this crime. So you can find all of these things and reference them from the New York Handouts folder in the Items tab. I'm sorry, in the Journal tab.
All right.
I'm afraid that nothing here gives you any real answers as to what just happened.
Nothing good happened. That's what I can tell
Hold
you.
on. Where was the where was it? Didn't Hammer just get a letter from Harvard?
Yes, he did. There you go.
There it is. Kind of want to go to Harvard and try and see if I can figure out what books he was trying to look for, and see if I can find any of the other volumes and try and read through those and try and figure out what he was what he found or is trying to look for.
That certainly seems reasonable. How does everybody else feel?
Seems reasonable.
We could always split the party.
And leave me with a nerd. Again.
Hey, in front of us. So that the Emerson Imports. That has a place listed on it, right? That wasn't the hotel we were at. Just so I'm not crazy.
Yeah, Emerson Imports seems to be. There is a number listed on it that. I'm sorry, an address listed on it that is most likely the address of that business.
I'll head over there.
Well, it is close to 9 o'clock on a Thursday night.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I'm saying in general, I could always head over there.
Yeah, probably the
I'm gonna
next
use
day. So what day is it again?
Thursday evening.
Okay, the places should still be open and able to have visitors then on a Friday. Other than that bookmark, there wasn't anything else in that book?
It looks like he had been reading it, but you don't, like, looking at this, at the area where the bookmark was stuck in, you don't see anything that seems particularly relevant right now. It may just be what he had been reading.
I'll probably try and scan through the book quickly, see if he highlighted any parts.
Okay.
If he didn't highlight anything, see if it's been kind of still a long night. Probably try and see if there's anything that kind of looks like it'll come out like as a hidden code.
Okay.
Or a hidden message.
So the chapter that he had marked out with that bookmark is chapter 14, From Fetish to Hygiene.
What was he reading? A sex cult? Bones. Fetish? Get it, huh?
No, we got it. But
Please explain the joke, actually.
I'm away from my computer. Give me a second. I'll explain it when I can get back.
So how interested are you in sociology, James? Not asking if you're trained in it or anything. I'm just wondering if it's something that James is particularly finds interesting or not.
probably has a little bit of knowledge, but hasn't really fully dabbled in it that much.
Mhm.
So we'll probably try and scan it, see what he can learn from it, if there is anything fully to learn from it.
Yeah, it is. It is the second volume of this work. And it is about. I mean, obviously it covers things like Galileo, Copernicus, their struggles with the church. It goes a little more in depth. It talks about the influence of Greek philosophy and theory of knowledge on Christianity.
Alright.
But it seems particularly focused on Christianity itself.
Said those pages were highlighted?
Not really.
Or, well,
He's made some notes throughout the book, but it's his area of study was always about cults and how let's see. What's a good way to put it?
Skepticism?
Yeah, he was always a skeptic, and even after his experiences in Peru, still most of the time when he was investigating cults, it was not. The answer didn't turn out to be that they were really supernatural powers involved. His books tended to illustrate how cults manipulate fear to guide their followers. Insanity and feelings of inadequacy are characteristics for adult cultists, feeling for which they compensate by slaughtering innocents to make themselves feel powerful or chosen. They draw the weak-minded. The cult leaders are usually clever or manipulative, and they rely upon fear, because without fear, the cult tends to vanish.
alright.
So there are some things that maybe in this time period he maybe has some thoughts about Christianity and the way it has had difficulties with science in the past that maybe you don't want to express in public during this time period. But it doesn't appear to be directly relevant to anything that's happening right now.
Alright. What were some of his scribbled notes that he had?
Let's see. So he had written he makes a surprising number of references to his own work in here. It appears that this is something that he's toyed with a few times over the years. He compares it some sections to the way that the witch cults work in England. There are some notes about the conquistadors, who of course were Christians, and when they released the Karasiri, didn't respect the supernatural powers that they were interfering with. How about the rest of you? What's everybody else focusing on right now?
I am organizing the things on my screen. I'm sorry. One of the letters mentioned about something about a book, right?
The letter from Harvard mentioned that Hammer had been looking for a particular book, and it is no longer located at Harvard University Library. But the librarian suggested that the information he wanted might be contained in other books that remain in their collection.
Was there anything else from Harvard?
That is the only letter, but there's a familiar tone to the letter, and it's signed yours as always, so it's pretty clear that Mr. Hammer has had correspondence with this person before.
Okay.
Petals.
I'm organizing it all.
Mm-hmm. How about Connor?
I'm honestly not finding anything that's like actionable because all of the information that we have is Shanghai, London, museum where we don't know where it is. Emerson's Imports. Maybe we can check that out, but
That's nearby.
Yeah, that's in New York.
I mean, Harvard is too. Right?
I don't think. I actually do not know where Harvard is. That's weird.
I thought it said New York.
Harvard, New York.
Yeah.
Harvard is in Massachusetts.
Yeah. This says Lexington Avenue, New York City. So this is where they sent it, not where they.
Okay.
Yes. There was also a. So as you concluded, Connor, the lecture took place already sometime before, but it happened. It took place at New York University, and the professor who gave the talk, he is currently in residence at Arkham, at Miskatonic University in Arkham.
Do we want to give that a try?
Where's Arkham? Massachusetts? Or Pennsylvania?
It is also in Massachusetts. It's a little funny because Miskatonic University is most likely Harvard, and we've got both letters from Harvard and Miskatonic University here, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm. I will give I since there's only one option that is local, let's go check out Emerson Imports and see if they have his name on file, and we can ask what he ordered and if he ever got it, because we are his air quote next of kin. Outside of
did
that,
he have any family? Do we know if he has any family?
we know nothing about the man.
Well, no. If you've kept in correspondence with them, and if Victor's had a couple of adventures with them over the years, plus he gets in the papers sometimes.
A little bit.
Sorry, what was that?
At this point, he has 2 ex-wives.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, so we're gonna get a good when we report that he has passed away. I hear.
Well, by this point, the police have found him.
Yeah. Okay, so
and you're going to have to give some thought to. So he's dead. 2 men are in his room, shot with a shotgun, and a third man is crashed in the alleyway, having been shot in the knee and the arm, and then fallen onto his face. So the police are going to be completely bewildered and certain that there are more killers out there.
Oh yeah.
And the man doesn't have a suitcase in his room.
Oh my god, and there's 2 different calibers in the last guy.
Uh-huh.
So there's at least 3 of them.
3 shooters.
It was a mob hit.
No, I think we both have the same caliber.
I'm a 45.
I'm also a 45. The only difference is
Okay.
mine's a revolver. Yours is the what was it? The 1911.
Yeah.
So, depending on how closely they examine, they do at this point know how to identify whether a bullet was shot from a particular gun. And
Yeah,
they'll be able to identify
there's-
them as separate guns. But that you might have a little bit of time before that happens.
Okay.
Um,
Rounds. But yeah, different types of grooving that happens to the bullet that leaves the barrel.
This is where I'll take
Yeah.
out my shells and like toss them somewhere.
You're gonna put them in the garbage can?
No, why not?
So yeah, I mean, if they find our car, we're in worse trouble than if they find our gun.
Did we walk back to this place or did we drive?
No, I drove. If
Yeah.
they find our car, we're so much more screwed because it is filled
Listen.
with moonshine. Like,
We just don't pick it up tomorrow. We
Yeah,
pick it up
yeah,
on
just-
Saturday.
You would have enough experience with this to know that there is a chance they could identify your car from the tire marks in the snow. But you drove around for a while. They're going to have to find your car and choose to check it against tire marks that they found in the neighborhood. So it's a remote chance.
and I can always just, change him.
Also true.
I am a mechanic for a living. Well, part of my job is being a mechanic. But yeah, I'm saying we check out the Emerson imports. And I keep trying to say Emerson alloy because that's a thing.
I think
I
we
don't
should
know.
just get some sleep right now and
Mhm.
then wake up tomorrow and head out.
Shots all around. Pour one out for the fallen. Even though that tradition was not around at this time, I think.
I have one question. What kind of liquor did this man have in his flask?
Whiskey.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Is it good liquor?
At this point, he is not the most famous entertainer in the world, but fairly well off. So yes, it's very good whiskey.
Huh, 1994.
So yeah, you can all have a drink to your fallen comrade. And then, are you splitting up for the night?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought it
Probably.
was morning. Was it morning or was it night?
No, it's
Night.
Okay. Yeah.
Whose room was this, anyways, that we went into?
Not mine. I'm broke.
I'm gonna assume Birdie's.
Yeah.
Alright.
And I will kindly offer to give Connor, not Victor, a place to stay.
I think I already have a place, but
Yeah, you don't want to have left your son in the car in this weather. So, you're going to leave the fancy hotel, make your way to a little more run-down place. When you open up the door, you'll find a shotgun pointed at you. What's the password?
Hold on, give me a second, I gotta dead face something. Apples.
He hesitates for a moment, and then he pulls the shotgun down. How bad was it? It's pretty late. I thought you'd be back by now.
We Sorry about that. We got tied up. There's some cultists. They murdered the man. Cold blood.
It's always cultists, isn't it?
We got a place to check out. We don't know what he was tied to exactly, but you're welcome to come with us tomorrow. You know, I don't think I actually said a name. Did I? Did I give you a name at all?
No, you did not.
Alright. Let's just go with Theodore, because I always loved that name.
Okay. Do you actually call him Theodore, or is he Ted, or Teddy, or...
Theo.
Theo, okay.
No. Oh, what's my hair up to? Let me cut the sides down. Okay. You didn't see anything strange over here?
No, nobody came by and bothered me all night.
Something tells me that tomorrow's gonna be a long day. Let's try to get some shut-eye while we can. You want to take first watch, or should I? Crazy people, we gotta love it.
He's gonna say, well, I know he was your friend, Dad. Why don't you get some rest and try to recover? I'll watch for the first part of the night.
I'll retire then.
All right. So the next day, who's doing what? A few people had different ideas about where it was best to go from here.
I'll probably get everything in New York done and then start heading down to Harvard.
Just as a reminder, you can use telephones and telegrams.
Or yeah, that's, you know what?
So you can absolutely head over to Harvard if you want to, but I'm just letting you know you don't
I'll
necessarily
probably just
have
go and
to.
call.
Okay.
What was yesterday?
Thursday the 15th of January.
Okay. Making me pull out calendar. January.
Well, we've got the fantasy calendar set up for this.
I'm looking at dates because I realized. Is it 1920?
1925.
25.
It was a Thursday, it's now the 16th.
So these are some
So it's a Friday.
old newspaper clippings.
Yeah, the expedition left back in 1919. Okay. If you want to make a phone call.
Oh, I also had a quick question. Sorry. When I seen that that tattoo of that god, it wasn't a tattoo. It was ritual scarring, right?
Well, where? What do you mean?
On Hammer himself.
It wasn't scarring. That
was
remember
carved.
Yeah, the last cultist was doing something when you walked in. That's what he was doing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Petals.
So are we gonna balloon to the Are we all headed to Emerson's imports?
I feel like, what time did they all, or would they all be up at? Because I want to be up at like maybe an hour before them to try and make this call.
Well, the library's probably not going to open before 9 or 10 in the morning.
Okay. And what time would it be right now?
Businesses will probably open earlier, 7:30 or 8. So
Okay.
you
So
can
we probably
decide
get
how you
probably
want to
try
do
and
this.
tag along with them, and then try to make that call.
Okay. Yeah, so you want to head down to Emerson Imports. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I will toss you all onto a map. I'm just going to leave Bruni off. We'll assume that she's with you, but there's not much point in to me dragging her around the map when she's not here.
Yeah.
So you have to head down just past Hell's Kitchen to the edge of the Hudson River. This is a long, narrow building with loading docks on both ends. When you arrive, there's one of the doors is open. You can see a truck being loaded inside. Inside you can see a warehouse piled high with freight. And look around. You can see some people. People are working, loading trucks, packing some boxes, and you can see an office in the back. You are
Remember
not.
what?
Yeah, you're ignored for a moment as men are going about their work, and then somebody will point you out to the foreman. He'll come over and, can I help you, gentlemen? You looking for work?
Why did we come here again? I'm trying to remember.
There's a business card. It says, business card from Emerson Import, and on the back was handwritten the name Silas McQuain.
Okay. Do we want Connor to handle this?
Yeah. I guess I'll handle it.
Okay. So the foreman is asking you, can I help you? Are you looking for work? Why are you wandering into my warehouse in the middle, at the beginning of the day?
I'm here to ask on behalf of my lay friend, Mr. Hammer. I believe he ordered something, and I don't believe he ever got it.
Well, I suppose you can go back and talk to the boss. He's in the office. Pedals. He'll take you, lead you in there. You can see behind a desk in the office is a slightly pudgy man in his 50s. As you enter, he says, Foreman tells him that you're there with, you said the late Mr. Hammer.
Yes. I did.
Well, he will introduce himself. He'll say, Arthur Emerson. He says, I'm terribly sorry to hear that he's passed away. He was here just the other day. My condolences to you.
He was a good man.
You say he had ordered something.
I believe he has. In his person, I found some. I found this with someone's name written on it. I cannot read that handwriting, by the way.
Yeah.
Elias.
It is Silas McQueen.
With the name Silas McLean on the back.
Yes, I mean, I don't know what he may have ordered. He didn't order it here, but he did intend to visit. There's a store called the Juju House in town. It's a kind of an African imports place. The proprietor, the manager, is Silas McQueen. I believe that Mr. Hammer intended to go speak with him. He came in here asking for. He wanted to find connections with Mombasa.
About that dig site gone wrong, right?
I'm not aware of a dig site in Mombasa. He just said he was looking to find connections. I personally am the U.S. agent for Aja Singh, the Mombasa exporter. And as far as I'm aware, he works exclusively with me, and his product is delivered exclusively to the Juju House for further distribution. It's down in Harlem. He'll, if I may, he'll take the card, and he'll write down on it. Yeah, he'll write on it 1 Ransom Court, and the Juju House.
So he came to you for directions and a name.
Yes, he was looking for. He said he was looking to find some. I don't know why he particularly wanted Mombasan imports, but obviously it's quality material. That's why I've secured the exclusive contract to import it. Mr. McQueen runs the business. I'm not aware that there's anywhere else in town you can find the Mombasan connection.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry for your time. We'll be heading out. But before I go, are you capable of telling me what he ordered last from here?
Well, no, we don't handle. We might have. You're asking for a shipping manifest.
Yes.
I'm afraid that that's not really something I can just provide. There's some. Yes. It's,
Perfectly acceptable.
oh,
I'm a little lost. I apologize.
He was helping us figure out what happened to this young man's family, and whatever you can provide would be incredibly beneficial.
well, I will tell you the same thing I told your friend Mr. Hammer. I don't know what it is, but there is something about Nikwain that makes my skin crawl. I've never had any poor dealings with the man. He always pays up fairly and accepts delivery, but I don't like. It's unpleasant dealing with him.
Alright.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Victor, you've been just kind of looking around in here while everybody else is talking, I think.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I'm going to say that you happen to look over a newspaper that's in the office. And, you will find Mr. Hammer's obituary. Or at least, not an obituary, but the, reporting on his death.
Harlem murderers.
Yeah. Author murdered by brutal killers. Body found in Hotel Chelsea. Possible connection to Harlem murders by Rebecca Schossenberg.
I'm gonna just quickly let you know, your camera on your streams are broken.
Mine?
Andrews.
Hmm.
Oh well.
And also the screen is frozen.
Is it?
Audio works fine. This is just me. Hold on, I'm gonna restart the stream.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any errors in OBS, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily working correctly.
Okay, no, never mind. It looks like it's working fine.
Okay, cool. Nice. I appreciate the heads up because I do not look at the stream while I'm doing this. Yeah, glancing down through it, there are the details you already know, of course, that he was murdered by men using long knives. Then it says Lieutenant Martin Poole of the Murder Squad stated that he's exploring possible connections between this murder and similar slayings in Harlem last year. Local resident Hilton Adams was convicted of the Harlem murders in October and is awaiting execution in Sing Sing. Lieutenant Poole offered no opinion whether this new murder indicates that Adams had accomplices or is innocent of the earlier crimes.
I'll make sure to point that out to everyone else. Maybe when we get a chance and not in front of this guy, because I don't know exactly what happened for the last 20 minutes, 5 minutes.
You learned of the you learned that Mr. Hammer was here looking for a connection to Mombasa. This person, Emerson Imports, is the exclusive importer for Aja Singh in Mombasa. And his products ship exclusively to the Juju House in Harlem.
Well, boys, it looks like we're going to be heading to Harlem next. Ah.
Yep. looks like we're heading there, and then after that, if it doesn't lead us somewhere else, to Arkham to ask about that particular lecture.
Where was Arkham again?
Arkham is in Massachusetts.
Yeah, it's a drive.
Yeah, I guess we could also do that.
You're also going to... This will be a little farther down. You'll find that the funeral for Mr. Hammer is scheduled to be tomorrow. It's up to you whether that's of any interest to you or not.
What was that? Sorry, I got 4 Discord alerts at the same time.
The funeral for Mr. Hammer is tomorrow.
You guys want to go? You guys knew him a lot better than I did. I just liked the guy. I went on a basically a no contact like
The problem I
retirement.
have of fully going there is what is the chance say like an officer is there?
And what? Asks us if we have a 1911, a revolver, and a shotgun.
Well, hold on, then we have that lady out in the hall that could have given the description at least a little bit
Maybe?
of what our group looked like before rushing into her room.
We don't need to worry about that just yet.
I mean, it's literally tomorrow, so we should probably worry about it right now. And say
I'm talking
whether we're
about.
going or not.
I'd say we go.
You know what? I'll keep the engine warm.
Alright, we can go. But I'm gonna still at least make that call.
Yeah,
to,
it's
Bird.
Why is he giving me trouble
You never-
with this?
You never know. She might be the kind of person that's like, I'm not talking to the cops. I'm just, I didn't see anything.
That was none of my business.
Right? That was loud.
Okay. You want to stop and make that phone call then, James?
Yeah.
All right.
Try and get it my way, just to go and contact, what was the person's name again? Who sent the letter?
That would be Miriam Atwright at the Harvard University Library.
Alright, try and make my way, however the phone call works, trying to get to Harvard, just try and slowly get routed all the way,
Yeah. So, yeah, it does take a moment to actually make the connection to Harvard, but in a moment, a little later, you hear a young woman saying, Good morning, this is the Harvard University Library. How can I direct your search?
Gotta hear that name one more time. How do I say it?
Miriam. Miriam
I'm
Atwright.
gonna go and I'm gonna ask, is this Miriam? Is it Atwright?
That's correct. Yes, it is. Did you need something from me specifically?
Hi, my name is James Reed. I'm a friend of Hammer.
Oh, Mr. Hammer, yes! How's he doing? I haven't had a reply to my last letter.
He sadly passed away last night.
Oh. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Has he had a long... He's never mentioned an illness.
It seems he got into some business and I ended up catching up to him. And
Well,
now I'm just trying to figure out what he got into because he's been trying to help me out.
That is terrible to hear. What did you say your name was, sir?
James.
James.
James Reed.
You know, I think he has mentioned you. Was it your parents who went on that?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that is a lot of tragedy to befall a young man so quickly. I'm so sorry. Is there what? Well, that I have to say I had great admiration for Mr. Hammer. I'd be happy to help you in any way that I could here.
Wanted to figure out what was the book that he was trying to look for.
He was looking for. Let me look. I have it written down. There was a book called Africa's Dark Sects. He needed some information that he believed would be contained in it. Unfortunately, it disappeared from the Widener Library several months before he requested it. I'm afraid it was in a rather mysterious manner. There was actually an odor in the collection the day we noticed that this book was missing. So I'm not entirely sure. The odor, I'm afraid, was quite unspeakable. I'm not entirely sure if an indigent, perhaps, was in the library that day, or how the book was lost, but it wasn't checked out. It simply vanished.
That is unfortunate.
I'm afraid I don't know what information specifically he was looking for from the book, but as I said in my letter, it's possible that what he's looking for might... Yes. So if you have more information on what specifically he needed, I can do my best to help with that.
Thank you. At the moment, I'm trying to figure out and piece what he's been having. He called for us about like 2 days ago, or a little bit before that, and went to go meet with him yesterday, and it's when we found what happened to him.
Well, that is absolutely terrible. If you figure out what it was he was trying to learn, or if you have anything that you need help researching yourself, you have my number. I will help you at any time.
I very much appreciate that. If I can figure out anything else, I'll give you a call and I'll try and see if you have any of the books or anything that could help us piece all this stuff together.
I hope that the rest of your day is more peaceful. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
So we don't have much of a cliffhanger right now, but Joey seems to have wandered off.
Yeah, we did.
Sorry, I lost something. I've
It's
been
okay.
listening in.
I think that we can pick up next week with you all going to the Juju house for further answers.
By the way, James, you did just basically admit that we were there for the killing, for like before the cops showed up.
Let's see. Hold on. This is. I highly doubt she would fully rat us out.
I think all you said was we found out that something happened to him.
The next day, yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what she will assume, but I'm like, hey, you did basically just like tell her that we were the guys there.
It is already in the papers too.
I really like the idea of implying that he was like in like some seedy mafia thing. I don't remember how you worded it exactly, but it sounded like you didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
It was mafia.
It was very shady business. You didn't.
He
really
got
know
into
what was
into some business, and it finally caught up to him. That's pretty much
Yeah.
what I said.
Yeah, which is like super mobby sounding, but at the same time,
It's also
never
exactly the
not
truth.
It's never not the mob in Call of Cthulhu. Okay, it's somehow related to the mob at some level.
You and Bri kind of are the mob, so.
See? It's mob related every time.
It's a mob related killing because he knew you.
Yep.
He knew you. The hit was for me, but Amber took it.
Well, I hope that everything is going well for Bri right now and that we will have her back next week.
There is no.
Yeah, we're
There
still
is
on
no.
the
Hey,
air.
I'm heading to the hospital.
We're still on the
message.
air, so we're going to keep quiet about what exactly is going on.
Oh yes, sorry.
But
Yeah.
does anybody have any good nights or anything to say before we log off here?
No, thank you for watching.
Have a wonderful night.
Yeah.
Get some rest. Self-care.
Yeah, drink water.
Yeah, drink water.
Water is
Eat.
Water is
Eat
life.
different foods. Don't just eat the same for
Yeah.
over and over again. I'm not just calling out both,
Yeah, you're just calling somebody out in the audience. Not me.
I'm not calling myself and you out now.
Yeah. Take care of yourself, people.
Okay, everybody have a good night.
Yeah.